In some earlier videos, I alluded to the idea that the events of 9/11 were very occultic and the people who pulled it off were operating within the occult. And before I give you some evidence for that, things like the flight numbers on 9/11 and so on, I want to give you a basic crash course in numerology. This will be just a few minutes. It encompasses my entire knowledge on the subject, which is not much. I intend for it to be not much and to stay that way. This is possibly a dangerous thing to look into. You know, when you're looking into this stuff, you're actually uh, looking into the occult. This is the kind of thing that Christians are discouraged from being involved with. I think there's a difference, though, between being involved in it and dabbling in it and just having a working knowledge of what it is and being able to recognize it when you see it. And that's really all I'm interested in doing in terms of how it works, how to use it. I want to know nothing about it. You're not going to find anything like that in this video. But this is just for primarily my target audience is Christians and fellow Christians, and this is just to let you know, basically, this is what is important to these people when they see numbers. This is what they think, and there may be some inaccuracies in this video. Now, if there are, please put something in the comment section below. Um, like I said, I could maybe do a better video on this by investigating it further, but I don't want to, and I'm not going to, for the reasons I've already stated. So anyway, let's look into this, and I'll try to explain it quickly, and then we'll go on to something that's maybe a little more interesting in another video. Here's the Wikipedia article on, well, no, that's not it. Here we go. Yeah, the Wikipedia article on numerology. This basically tells you everything that you need to know. It's basically, as far as I can tell, it's pretty accurate. It's been around a long time. There are different types of numerologies. Like there are the Chaldean, Pythagorean, Hebraic, phonetic, Japanese, Arabic, Indian, Chinese. There's a lot of different numerologies. Um, Now, in the Latin alphabet, which is the one that we use in English, here are the values of each of the letters. And so, if you want to see this in a table form, you can do that. And here it would be. There are a lot of examples of this. You can just go on Google, search alphabet numerology, and just look at images. And there are a lot of these. So here's how this works. Numbers, of course, have a numerical value, is what they are. Letters also have a similar numerical value. Um, A is 1, B is 2, and so on, just according to the chart. Now, for a number's numerical value, like for the example here is 3,489, you would just add the numbers in sequence until you get to 24, and then add the 2 and the 4 and 6. So you would, I think that the way that they would say this is 3,489 reduces to 24, which reduces to 6. And you can do the same thing with words. And you have the word hello as an example, and it reduces to 25, which then reduces to 7. And now, sometimes the double digit or triple digit number can have some significance, like 322 with Skull and Bones, 32, 33 with the Masons, that kind of thing. And the single digits like 4, 8, and whatever seem to have fairly well agreed upon meanings and powers within the occult. For example, 7 is kind of the number of God. It is biblically also. So an occultist might look at something like this, and they would equate the word hello with the word God, because hello reduces to 25, which reduces to 7, which 7 is the number of God. Saying that there's any link between hello and God is kind of ridiculous, but that's what they think like, and that's their thought process. So when you see evidence of these kinds of things and something that you're investigating, then that may be a good indication that you're looking at something that is occultic, numerologically speaking, or in some way. Now, like I mentioned, I'm not much of an expert on this at all. This is something I don't know much about and don't want to know much about. But thanks to YouTube, there are some other people out there who know something about it. This guy is Mark, well, correctness, I hate spell checker. It's Passio. Here we go, Mark Passio. You see him here in one of these videos. He is by no means a Christian. He has a very negative view of Christianity, but he is a former occultist, former Satanist, or something like that. And he's got a very good knowledge of the occult, and he's not practicing it exactly, but as far as I know, but he's interested in exposing it. I'm not sure exactly what his worldview is. From what I gather, it's something I would not be in agreement with, but um, he's very much against the occultic elements who pulled off 9/11, and he's done some good work in exposing them. And um, either one of these two videos here that you see on the left would be a good place to start. I think this one that's 15 minutes long covers a lot more of the numerological aspects of 9/11, whereas the other one is a lot longer. The small one is contained within the longer one towards the end, if I remember right. So if you're interested in looking into this stuff and investigating a little bit more for the purposes of educating yourself, rather than dabbling in it, I suggest looking at Mark Passio's stuff. He seems to give a very good summary of what I've come across in other places. So I think he's actually pretty knowledgeable on this. He's actually appeared on InfoWars with not Alex Jones, but the lady that's on InfoWars. I can't remember her name now. Um, but anyway, so he's a fairly well-known guy, and I think he's credible. But all right, let's see. That I guess that'll be about the end of this. This is a pretty boring subject to me. I don't want to make a long video on it. Probably been too long as it is. Uh, yeah, if you've got any comments about this, any inaccuracies that you've spotted, anything you want to add to it, please put something in the comments section below. I'd be very interested to know what people are saying about it. Thanks.